love it. Okay. Because Mr. Chicago,
That's right.
the bear then comes about. How does that come about for you? And once that show hits, and it hits hard, and is that's going to go down as one of the most important shows of all time, period, in the genre, like cooking, it defines it. But a Chicago love letter, you know? So for you specifically to be on a show that is so meaningful to your hometown, what is that like and how does it come about?
The best. So this town is all about relationships. And
you bet. General meetings.
The show that you mentioned earlier, Love, on Netflix, Judd Apatow.
Yes.
I went to college with Paul Rust.
Oh, you did?
Who put me in my first play, a play that he wrote in college. And then we went our separate ways because I went to Chicago, he went to LA.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, I auditioned for his show. And Allison Jones was casting, and she had seen me at Second City.
My girl.
And I did a great job in the audition, I think. And
yes.
So get the part. And so then through Love, I meet Gillian Jacobs, get to know her.
The best.
Her partner is Chris Storer, who I get to know, and we are Chicago bros, and we like hit it off over Chicago. We don't become old pals, but like I meet him. And so then I auditioned for his show, The Bear, when it comes around. And I literally knew nothing about it. I was like, oh, cooking show, whatever. I was like knee deep in Chicago Party Ant and writing those episodes with my friends. So I just like auditioned. I had originally auditioned for The Cousin.
For Cousin?
For Cousin.
Richie.
Oh and I
gosh.
think I probably didn't have enough like edge.
I was going to say there's an energy that Eben brings to that part.
Yes.
Yes.
But then I think...
Was he like, you'd be a great Pete?
You'd be a great Pete, I think. And then I think I auditioned for that too or whatever, and then booked it. And I remember just being like, oh, cool. A show that films in Chicago.
Yeah,
great.
Exactly. I'll see my parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. I'll see some friends.
And go to Chicago. That's the best part for me is I get to go home and then put me up in a cool hotel and get to see people and do.
So fun.
And so then it comes out and I remember watching it, the full first season and the Let It Rip moment with John Bernthal and like
with
and the Radiohead song and like
Let Down.
Yes.
I mean, please, I can't inject that final montage into my veins.
And I remember loving the whole season, but I remember watching that scene in particular and like I'm crying in my living room.
Yes.
And I remember thinking like, I'm on a really good show here. Like
wait a
holy
sec.
shit, this is like a piece of art. And then all of a sudden, all these motherfuckers are at the Met Gala. Like that.
And you like see at the Emmys. Speaking of, there's hardly any monoculture anymore and things that are big deals to a group of people some have never heard
hard
of,
to break
right?
through.
It's very hard to be
there's
sort
no
of
Seinfeld where everybody watches it every week.
But The Bear hit the culture.
I think so,
And The Bear, whatever the actual numbers are for FX and Hulu and its viewers, doesn't really matter. It hit the fucking culture.
Yeah, right.
And, speaking of Jeremy Allen White, became iconic.
Yes.
And The Bear became iconic.
Became like water cooler show.
Yes, exactly. And so what a special experience for it to have come about in such a cool, organic way.
Yeah.
And to be a great experience making it. And then it becomes, because I remember I'm such a John Bernthal fan that when I forget which episode you then reveal who Mikey is. And I was like, I turned to Matt and he was like, this is like the most loving thing. His dad had told him that Bernthal's on this show and he didn't tell me. So it got to be a surprise as we were binging season one.
Cool.
And I was like, I didn't know what to do with my body when I realized. And season one, incredible. Season two.
Yeah.
That goes down as one of the greatest seasons of television history, as far as I'm concerned.
The opposite of a sophomore slump.
The Christmas flashback episode.
Oh, baby.
Which, as you walk in,
tuna casserole. It was my mom's recipe.
I mean,
was just trying to be a good guest.
Because you are. Like, and what I think is teed up in that episode, which then comes back so beautifully in episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, whoever hasn't seen The Bear, I'm not spoiling anything here, but like, they open the restaurant. Jamie Lee Curtis's one for the ages iconic performance that like I can still hardly speak about, but you've really only seen her in the flashback at that point, that flashback episode.
Oh, right.
fishes.
In the Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah. And then she shows up to the opening of the restaurant, but she can't come inside. She just like, she's out there smoking and can't bring herself to do it. And Pete, your character, sees her and goes outside. And the exchange that they
Golden Retriever ass Pete.
The exchange that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, it leveled me. I watched it again last night. And then when you go back inside and she's begging you to say that it's okay for her to go.
Yeah.
And you're begging her to come inside. And that basically you're like, I have to keep this to myself. But you're such a wonderful husband to Natalie. And you're just, and like, oh, and that's also the scene where you say, and come on, and the baby. And she goes, whose baby?
Yeah.
I mean, I could fall apart right now.
Mom yet.
She hadn't told her mom. And the look on your face, your nuanced performance when you realize that she hadn't told her mom and that you have, oh my God, I have chills thinking about it. And then you try to hold back tears at the table and Natalie like not quite understanding what's going on and thinking like you're touched, that you're so proud of her and all of that. What you do in that episode.
Empathy. Pete was like feeling his wife's pain. Talk about Brene Brown and like realizing what his wife must have gone through in her childhood and like feeling that and yeah, oh God.
And how loaded it is for their whole family and that, like she can't go in there and all of the memories of Michael. I mean, right at the end of the episode just prior, let it rip and then let's open the restaurant, right? Like, it is such a beautifully done show. I could obviously make this a Bear fan cast and I won't do that today, but I think what is such a special thing for you specifically on that show is you get to, like, you are a real person on that show. You are a real character. At the end of season 4, not the very end, but one of the, I want to say it's episode 9, when you're on the phone with Sydney and you have that great moment. I won't give anything away, but you said something like, yeah, no, I don't understand it either, which is like, again, Pete's such a golden retriever. You sort of for half a second are like, maybe. And then he's like, that's a joke because I'm a lawyer, so I do understand it. I mean, your delivery,
such a dork.
But not a mean bone in your body, but can do sarcasm. That's a hard that's a hard balance.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So good. It's so just inherent to you. It's like really like a superpower. I love it.
You know what Fred Willard said one time, who was another one of my
Fred
guys.
Willard. Oh my God.
He's also right up there.
I don't have Waiting for Guffman represented in this space, and that's a crime against humanity.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
He said, or someone said about him, but like it takes a really actually smart person to play a dumb guy.
Yes. And are you like, hopefully you can tell.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's so great. I love it.
I feel grateful to be on the show. And I remember, when I first met Chris Storer, I was like, oh, this is like a cool Chicago dude. Yeah. And he was just Gillian's boyfriend when I first met him.
Yeah.
But it really goes to show that like there are people out here, artists who like, he had that in him, the bear. Like
it's incredible.
Meeting him, I was like, oh yeah, he's like a cool dude. And then he creates this piece of art and it's like,
it is truly exactly. And I was fortunate enough to meet Joanna Callow last year also. Yeah, cool. And they just, what they collectively have done, I really think it has no comparison when you look at family stuff and striving for excellence and how hard we are on ourselves and just like all the things in life is hard, but
and then
also,
to package it in a cool fucking show.
I was gonna say in like the most entertaining,
with awesome music and like awesome lighting and amazing acting. It's like it's great.
It's wild.
And Chris's sister Courtney is like in charge. She's like in charge of all the food stuff.
Well, so Gillian and I,
chef,
I love Gillian so much. We made a movie together years ago called I Used to Go Here, and so Gillian and I would catch up every so often, and we would always meet at John and Vinny's for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because Courtney Storer, who is the producer and creative consultant basically on The Bear, and like the authenticity consultant, I would call her, right? It's incredible.
She
and she came out of John and Vinny's too.
Yeah, that's
so cool. So cool.